Hello, my name is Danielle Harris, and I am um, giving you more information on the National Education Association, also called NEA. It is actually located in Washington, D.C. It has affiliate organizations in every state and in more than 14,000 communities across the United States. It is dedicated to bringing um, 3 million educators and allies together in order to advance justice and excellence in public education. This particular type of organization is actually a professional organization for educators. And what I really liked about it is that the president of the company, Becky Pringle, is actually a middle school science teacher with more than 3 decades of education classroom experience. And the vice president, Princess Moss, was actually an elementary school music teacher in Virginia. And the secretary slash treasurer is a special ed teacher and was actually a former parapro. So it gives just being able to understand that they actually have um, some on the ground in the classroom experience and leading this type of organization was quite interesting to me. Who actually funds this is actually a membership organization. All of the members, there's a particular um, dues that are due. Also, affiliate associations also give money towards NEA also, and they receive income from investments. Um, Conferences and different training events. This particular organization is primarily, they really do a lot of policy, um, I would say policy analysis. Um, they don't do policy analysis, it's more of an opinionated type um, organization. But they do have a vision, and then one of their visions is they said that our vision is a great public education, great public school for every student. And also, they said that mission is to advocate for education professionals and to unite their members and the nation to fulfill the promise of public education to prepare every student to succeed in a diverse and interdependent world. And their core values, most of them kind of lie in the areas of equal opportunity, um, a just society, democracy, professionalism, partnership, and the collective action. And they believe that every student in America, regardless of family income or place of residence, deserve a quality instruction. In pursuing its mission, NEA has determined that they will focus the energy and resources of the 3.2 million members on improving the quality of teaching, increasing student achievement, and making schools safer, better places to learn. So that's their ultimate mission. The different policies and topics that they have published in the past 2 to 3 years. Some of the articles titles that they have published is how special the special election brought a big victory for public education, and they do a lot of articles on charter schools and the effects of charter schools, but also they um, do a lot of talking about how charter schools are taking public education funds um, from students. But we also they talk about a lot of salary increases for teachers and paraprofessionals that never leave them out. One of the articles they talked about Trump unlawful funding freeze threatens critical student supports, and also what's causing teacher burnout. So some of the articles, the latest articles that they published, but also they go further and they support and oppose different bills that are in the Senate. For example, the HR 5527, Stop Censoring Military Families Act. That was just in September 25. They started initiating that particular act, supporting that particular act, and also preparing and retaining all para education educators act, which is also one of the latest bills, and that is HR 5476. Some of the bills that they have opposed are dealing with more of what's going on as far as the president, our current president, canceling collective bargaining agreements. Um, and so they're opposing this particular one. This is the HR 2249. Um, Most of the reports that they publish, according to the websites, they're more opinionated pieces, and they take a pro-democratic stance. So they most of the time they summarize and interpret and analyze data gathered by other organizations such as U.S. Department of Education, the National Center for Education, and other independent polling firms, because most of their articles are said based on the data according to this and U.S. Department of Education. I didn't see any where they were trying to, when they actually did their own um, data collection. Pretty much, I kind of alluded to this earlier. It is this particular organization is a pro democratic stance. It takes a very liberal approach with some religious ideologies. As you read some of the articles, do I find that this is a credible source? I would say that it is a credible source. However, it is not peer reviewed. So, is it something that I would use for my EDS capstone? Um, Very liberally, what I say I would use it because of not being peer reviewed, and that is the National Education Association.